Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network and iHeartRadio. Welcome to Hunting for Answers, a true crime podcast. I'm your host, Hunter. In St. Louis, Missouri, a young mother was last seen in a moment that, based on reporting, did not appear out of the ordinary. She met with her father in a parking lot. They talked. He gave her some money, and then she left. After that, the public timeline goes quiet. No confirmed sightings. No indication she was ever heard from again. Just one last walk and the uncertainty that followed. This is the story of Jacqueline McNeil. Born on March 27, 1999, Jacqueline Geraldine McNeil was 25 years old at the time of her disappearance. She was a mother of two children and a graduate of Hazelwood East High School in the East St. Louis area. One community member described Jacqueline as being well known in her neighborhood. She was someone with people in her life, family who are still searching for answers. Some reporting has described Jacqueline as being without permanent housing at the time. But even with that context, her disappearance quickly became concerning for those close to her. On June 19, 2024, based on missing persons reports and available information, Jacqueline met with her father in a parking lot near the intersection of Grand Boulevard and Kossuth Avenue in St. Louis. The area is near Fairground Park, a public space where people regularly spend time. They sat together in his truck and talked. At some point, he gave her some money, and from what has been publicly reported, nothing about that moment appeared out of the ordinary. After that conversation ended, Jacqueline stepped out of the truck. Her father has said she headed north along Grand Boulevard. That is the last reported sighting of Jacqueline McNeil. After that day, she has not been heard from again. In the days following her disappearance, her family began to grow worried. When they were unable to contact her, she was reported missing. As time passed, that worry deepened. With few answers and little information about what may have happened. By July of 2024, her father spoke publicly, asking for help and hoping someone may have seen or heard something. Speaking directly to his daughter, he said, "Call me. Just call me and tell me you're okay. Let me get eyes on you to see what your physical condition is. If you need help, we want to get that help for you because we love you and we care about you." By that point, Jacqueline had been missing for weeks. At the time of her disappearance, Jacqueline McNeil stood about 5'5" and around 115 pounds. She has black hair and brown eyes, and her ears are pierced. She was also wearing silver braces and has a tattoo on her arm. The case is being investigated by the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department. As of the most recent reporting, investigators have not identified a suspect or a person of interest. Few details have been released about the evidence in the case. It is also unclear whether foul play is suspected. Beyond her last known contact with her father, what happened next and where she may have gone remains unexplained. The questions still linger. Where was she headed after leaving the parking lot? Who, if anyone, did she encounter next? And what happened after that last confirmed moment? As of now, Jacqueline Geraldine McNeil remains missing. Anyone with information about the disappearance of Jacqueline McNeil is urged to contact the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department. You can also contact the Missouri State Highway Patrol Missing Persons Clearinghouse. All contact information is listed in the show notes. Our thoughts are with Jacqueline's family, her children, and everyone still waiting for answers. As we close out this episode, remember, sharing her story helps keep her name out there and keeps the search for answers going. For more cases and updates, follow Hunting for Answers. You can also connect with us through our Facebook group and find us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Reach out if there's a story you believe deserves attention. Thank you for joining us for another episode. Until next time. Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network. For more podcasts from the Black Effect Podcast Network, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.